Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong and welcome to Pointless, the show where the aim of the game is to score as few points as you can, and you do that by coming up with the answers that no one else could think of. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Sophia. This is my boyfriend James, and we're here from Surbiton.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Brian, and this is Gemma, and we're father and daughter from Crowthorne in Berkshire.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Myra. This is my friend Lorraine, and we're from Kingston upon Hull.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Aaron. This is my best friend Rich, and we're from Cardiff.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks very much to all of you. We'll get to know more about you throughout the show as it goes along, so that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He was nearly unveiled as the 13th Doctor Who until a very strongly worded email about the logical fallacy of the TARDIS threw him out of contention. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Hiya. Afternoon to you.
And to you.
How are you?
I'm very well.
I've got a slightly new desk.
I spotted
Have you
that.
seen?
Yeah.
It's just slightly different.
It's narrower.
It's slightly narrower, but also slightly deeper, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And it's got a slightly less glossy finish.
I've spotted that.
I'm very pleased. It costs £14 million.
So cheaper than the last one.
Cheaper than the last one, exactly. It's solid plutonium.
Yes.
Except for this bit, you won't be able to see it on camera, but it's all diamond, inlaid diamond. It doesn't show on camera at all,
No,
but it's just nice to have
it.
that attention to detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, we've got one returning pair on today's show, and there's a tail attached to them. Brian, on the last show, let Gemma down very badly, gave the name of a country that doesn't exist. And according to Brian, he has had a terrible time since then. A terrible time with Gemma, with his wife. But now he's back, and I suggest if you get 100 points today, Brian, your life will not be worth living, am I right?
Yes, I could be hitchhiking home.
What kind of a show have we got it lined up today, Richard?
Terrific.
Have we? Oh, good.
I mean, terrific.
Good.
Especially if you like hidden diamonds.
Yep.
If you like diamonds you can't see, today's show is an absolute Bobby Dazzler.
Fabulous. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. Our contestants here need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. Of course, everyone's trying to find a pointless answer, that being an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we add £250 to the jackpot. Now, Basil and Giles won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, now all you have to remember is that the pair with the highest score at the end of this round will be eliminated. OK, our first category is television. Television. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns television shopkeepers. Television shopkeepers. Richard.
Yes, on each pass we're going to give you the names of 7 television shopkeepers or shopkeeping duos. You just need to tell us the name of the TV series in which they first appeared, please. It's going to be 7 on each board, 14 in all to have a go at home, so very, very best of luck.
OK, thanks very much indeed. So we are looking for the show in which each of these shopkeepers first appeared, and here's our first board of 7. We have Alf Roberts, 1960, Ron Dixon, 1982, Bilbo Bagshot, 1999, Arkwright, 1976, Mr. Hooper, 1969, Alf Stewart, 1987, and Navid Harrid, 2002. I'll read those all one last time. Alf Roberts, 1960, Ron Dixon, 1982, Bilbo Bagshot, 1999, Arkwright, 1976, Mr. Hooper, 1969, Alf Stewart, 1987, and Navid Harrid, 2002. There we are. Welcome to the show, Sophia. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
What do you do?
I work for my local council, and I'm a senior business analyst.
Now, you and James hold, or rather held, a world record.
Yes.
A genuine Guinness World Record.
Yes.
What was it for?
The longest kiss.
Wow, we went for that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah. But nearly got it,
Nearly
Yeah.
did. How long was yours?
31 hours, 30 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's about 31 hours, 30 minutes longer than ours, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Still.
right. Yeah. Still?
No less enjoyable.
No, certainly. Well, it's the quality, isn't it, Sophia?
It is, yeah.
OK, now, what are you going to go for on this board? How do you find our shopkeepers?
I'm a bit worried because about 5 or 6 of them before I was born. But just to get something on the board, I think I'm just going to go for one I know. Alf Stewart, and it's Home and Away, I believe.
Alf Stewart, Home and Away, says Sophia. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Home and Away. It's right. $29. Very well done indeed. 29 for Home and Away.
Well played, Sophia. Relieved to get that first answer on the board, isn't it? Yeah. I have to say, if 6 of them were before you were born, then you were born in the year 2000, so you're looking, I have to say, slightly older than your years.
Good, yeah.
Thanks very much indeed. Gemma, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
So, yes, Western Samoa. We'll put all talk of that behind us, I think.
It's one of those things.
Yes. Gemma, remind us what you do.
I'm a designer by trade, technically. Yeah, so, which is pretty cool. But I specialise in textile design, so all the, fabric for fashion and mainly interiors.
Good stuff. Now, Shopkeepers. Shopkeepers on TV, Gemma.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that?
Not feeling peachy about it, no. I was born in 1989, and I don't know who any of those people are, but it was always my turn to get 100 points, wasn't it? Because Dad took the bullet last time, so I think I'm just going to go for the bottom one, EastEnders. I'm sorry, Dad.
For the bottom one, Navid Harris.
Yeah.
OK, EastEnders, says Gemma. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said EastEnders. Oh, bad luck, Gemma. I'm afraid an incorrect answer scores you the maximum of 100 points.
Sorry, Gemma, looking at Brian, I've never seen anyone look gutted and delighted at the same time. I'll give you the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Now then, Lorraine, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Where are you from?
Hull.
From Hull. And what do you get up to in Hull?
Well, I'm retired. I like to walk, and I like to use my bus pass, so I combine the two and get on the bus and go someplace and walk.
You always walk on the bus. Get on the bus, walk up and down the bus.
Anything.
Where are you from originally, Lorraine?
California.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound like a Hull accent.
No.
When did you come here from California?
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yes.
So some of these TV shopkeepers you will recognise.
I know 2 for sure, and I'm going to take a bit of a chance on one, I think, Ron Dixon, Brookside.
Brookside, says Lorraine. Let's see if that's right for Ron Dixon. Let's see how
so.
many people said Brookside. Is right.
Thank goodness for that.
Well, 29, our low score at this point. You passed that. Look at that. Down it goes, 15. Very well done indeed, Lorraine.
Goodness for that.
Very well played, Lorraine. Yeah, played by Vince Earl for 13 years, ran the Trading Post. He once shot his daughter's boyfriend's brother. Only because he was burgling him, not out of... Not for fun, not for sport.
No. Now then, Aaron, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. What do you do, Aaron?
I'm a control centre operator based with Cardiff Council.
Right, you are. What sort of things do you operate and control?
Well, we sit in a control centre looking after...
I'd be disappointed if you didn't, I'll be honest. In a control centre,
Yeah.
Screens? Screens?
No, a couple of computers, quite small. It's not like a police
No camera,
control
no
centre.
CCTV or
No,
anything
not
like
yet. That
no.
could be coming in soon.
Yeah, well, I hope it is. What are your hobbies, Aaron?
Playing football, watching football.
Yeah.
And just doing bits and bobs with the family and my long-term girlfriend as well.
Good stuff. And now, how are you feeling about this television round?
To be honest, my mum grew up watching... I grew up watching Brookside and Home and Away because my mum would sort of force me to. So they were the 2 I was going to say. The only other one I've got a slight inkling about is Arkwright, and I think it's open all hours.
You're going to go for...
I'm not 100% on it, but I hope.
That is the one you're going to go for?
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to go for,
Open
yeah.
all hours. Says Aaron, let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. 51.
Better than 100.
Quite high, but better than 100, as you say. 51 for Arkwright.
Yeah, absolutely. Played by Ronnie Barker, of course, Albert Arkwright. And they brought it back. The BBC is still open all hours with David Jason, of course. Now, let's go through the rest of these. Now, Navid Harrid is not EastEnders. Our Scottish viewers would have got this. Played by Sanjeev Kohli in Still Game. 4 points. Very well done if you said that. Right at the top there, Alf Roberts, I know an awful lot of people would have got. He is from Coronation Street. Would have scored you 65, so the biggest scorer up there. Bilbo Bagshot is played by Bill Bailey in Spaced and would have scored you 2. And Mr. Hooper is from Sesame Street and he would have scored you 3 points. So the best answer up there is Bilbo Bagshot. Very well done if you said that.
OK, thanks very much. Well, halfway through the round, let's take a look at the scores. 15, the best score of that pass, Lorraine. Very well done indeed. That sets you up pretty well. Then we go up to 29, where we find Sophia and James. Then up to 51, Aaron and Rich. Then Gemma and Brian. And now, who knows what the next board's going to be like? Brian, you might know all of them, but we'll need a lovely low score from you. And maybe you can redeem yourself. And
Unlikely.
there we are. Well, who knows? Anyway, very, very best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more shopkeepers up on the board, and here they are. We have got Susie Sweet and Penny Pocket, 2002, Harold Bishop, 1985, Gary Sparrow, 1993, Howard Moon and Vince Noir, 2004, Tubbs and Edward, 1999, Rupert Giles, 1997, and Apu Nahasapima Petalon, 1989. I'll read those all one last time. Susie Sweet and Penny Pocket, 2002, Harold Bishop, 1985, Gary Sparrow, 1993, Howard Moon and Vince Noir, 2004, Tubbs and Edward, 1999, Rupert Giles, 1997, and Apu Nahasapima Petalon, 1989. There we are. Now, remember, we are looking for the show in which each of these shopkeepers first appeared on television. And, Rich, you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Welcome to the show, Rich.
Okay, thank you.
What do you do?
I'm a micro-generation consultant. It's a glorified administrator, really.
Micro-generator?
Yeah. We deal with renewable energy. We pay customers on a feed-in tariff for being sustainable.
Very good. So what, this is sort of solar panels and things like that?
Solar panels, wind
Wood
farms.
chip burners and things like that?
Yeah, that type of thing.
OK, now, there you are. You're on 51. Rich, if you can score 48 or less, you are definitely in the next round. It's a good board?
Yeah, so it's quite a good board. It's a decent board. One of my favourite shows has actually come up from when I was younger. So my answer is going to be Tubbs and Edward for the League of Gentlemen.
The League of Gentlemen says, Rich, OK, here comes your red line. Get below that, you're definitely in round 2. Let's see if the League of Gentlemen is right for Tubbs and Edward. It is right. Well done, you're through. 14, best score so far, actually, Rich. There we go. That takes your total up to 65.
Well played, Rich, played by Rhys Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton, who've gone on to do many brilliant things.
There we are. Now, Myra, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Good to have you here. What do you do, Myra?
I'm retired.
What do you get up to? What do you do with your time?
I go walking with Lorraine, use my bus pass, and I read crosswords, and I love a game of bingo.
See, that's a Hull accent.
No.
No, it's not. Apparently it's not.
That's a little joke.
Oh, I see. See, that went over my head. Yeah. What is your accent, Myra?
Scottish.
Yes. How did you and Lorraine meet?
On the bus, at the bus stop.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, Myra,
Yes.
shopkeepers.
Yes.
But incidentally, you're on 15. 84 or less
Yeah, I think...
sees you comfortably through.
I think I know 2, and I don't know which one to go for. So do I take a guess, or do I... I think I'll go for the bottom one, and I think it's The Simpsons.
You're going to say Apu Nahasapima Petalon.
I think, yeah.
The Simpsons. OK, there's your red line. Get below that, you're in the next round. Let's see if The Simpsons is right. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. And you're through. Very well done. 36. 51 is your total.
Very well played, Myra. Yeah, he runs the Quickie Mart, voiced by Hank Azaria.
There we are. Now, Brian. Now, listen, all is not lost. Here's the scenario in which you get carried out of here shoulder high at the end of the game, not now. It's this. You score 28 or less, and James scores 100. That's the only way it can happen. Apu Nahasapima Petalon scored 36. Just to give you I'm just giving you a kind of like an archaeologist's hammer.
It's very kind.
To give you some idea of the scale we're talking of. OK.
Well, rather than get another 100, I'm not going to be carried out shoulder high at the end of this game, but I'll crawl out after I say Harold Bishop, Neighbours.
Yeah.
OK, Harold Bishop, Neighbours. Gemma has said yes to that. So there you are. There's no red line for you, obviously, as you're the high scorers. But let's see. Neighbours, is that right? And if it is, how many people said it? It's right. 65.
Yeah.
That takes your total up to 165, Brian.
That's awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran many shops in Neighbours, actually. Harold Bishop Health Food Store, the coffee shop, most famously. He was swept out to sea and presumed dead for many years, but he wasn't.
Nope.
He came back suffering from amnesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been a very heavy script he paddled his way back with.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was a very, very large cheque from the Neighbours people that he managed to paddle himself back to shore with.
Now then, James.
Hello.
James.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome to the show. Good to have
Thank
you.
you.
What do you do, James?
I'm a chauffeur for a largest chauffeur company in the UK, and we chauffeur corporate clients and all sorts of people.
Is that a London-based chauffeurage?
It is, but I go anywhere. I've been to Middlesbrough, Bridlington, all the exotic locations
Wow,
in the UK.
all of them. Yes,
All of them.
Middlesbrough, Bridlington. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Now, James, you're through, which is great news.
Yeah, the pressure's off because...
The pressure's off. With that pressure off,
Yeah.
you don't want to fill in the blanks.
I
for
do.
us.
Well,
I think you'll know a few.
don't know Susie Sweet and Penny Pocket, no idea. I would have gone Gary Sparrow, which I'm going to anyway, because I've got no idea who Moon and Noir are, or Giles is. And Gary Sparrow's definitely from one of the best time-travelling sitcoms ever, Good Night, Sweetheart.
OK, Gary Sparrow, Good Night, Sweetheart. Let's see if that's right. No red line for you as you're already through. But let's see how many people said Good Night, Sweetheart. Is right. 21. 50 is your total. The lowest total, I might add, of the whole round. So very, very well done indeed. 50.
Yeah, very well played, James. There was some proper size, of course, from some of the other podiums there as well, played by Nicholas Lyndhurst. Let's take a look at the rest of these. Do you know Susie Sweet and Penny Pocket?
It's got to be a children's show, I'm guessing.
Yep. Either you're very young or you've had very young kids at the time. It's Balamory. Would have scored you 7 points. Howard Moon and Vince Noir, you'll know.
Excellent, Mighty Boosh.
That is the Mighty Boosh. Would have scored you 8. And Rupert Giles. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, played by Anthony Head, Rupert Giles.
Yes.
Would have scored you 3 points, so the best answer up there. Well done if you said that.
Thanks very much indeed. So at the end of our first round, I'm afraid the pair heading home, it's Brian and Gemma. It's round one last time, it's round one this time. I'm so sorry. We just haven't dished up the best pointless round for you, I'm afraid, in 2 shows. I'm so sorry you have to leave so soon, but it's been great having you on both shows. Thanks so much for playing. Brian and Gemma.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so 3 pairs remain. Obviously, at the end of this round, we'll be saying goodbye to another pair in time for our head-to-head round. Well, you've all got something to recommend you. Rich, the lowest individual score of that round for the League of Gentlemen, so very well done. And the other 2 pairs, just 1 point between, so 50 and 51. So very, very close indeed. This could go any way. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is golf. Golf. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK Ryder Cup golfers as they could. UK Ryder Cup golfers, Richard.
We are looking for the name of any golfer representing England, Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland who has represented Europe in the Ryder Cup from 1979 all the way through to 2012, please. So any UK golfer who's played in the Ryder Cup from 79 to 2012. Lots of pointless answers. I know some people, this will be damage limitation, but some people at home I know are going to do very, very well on this round, so very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Now then, James.
Yeah.
Golf?
I'm just going to play it safe and say Sandy Lyle.
Sandy Lyle, says James. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sandy Lyle. Is right. $11. Very well done, James. Good start to the round. 11 for Sandy Lyle.
Well played, James. Yes, Scottish 2-time major winner, first Briton to win the Masters as well, Sandy Lyle.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, Lorraine. Lorraine, you comfortable with this as a round?
I know a lot of popular ones. It's just trying to decide which one is least well known or least well remembered. I think I'll go with Justin Rose.
Justin Rose, says Lorraine. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Justin Rose. It's right. Well, Sandy Lars scored 11. Justin Rose still going down. Look at that. Not bad at all. 9. Very well done indeed, Lorraine. Our new low score.
Well played, Lorraine. An Englishman, yeah, had a famously terrific performance in the 2012 Ryder Cup, Justin Rose.
Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Aaron. Aaron. You struggling, or are you just thinking of which is going to be the best of your excellent
Yeah, I've got a few
answers?
lined up.
OK, good.
The main ones, really. It's probably the only golf I do watch on telly is the Ryder Cup, so that stands me in good stead, I would say. But I'm going to play it relatively safe and go with a fellow Welshman and say Ian Woosnam.
Ian Woosnam says Aaron. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Ian Woosnam. It's right. So 11 and 9 are only 2 scores so far. Where's Woosnam going to end up? Below all of them. Look at that, 8. Very well done indeed, Aaron. Good answer.
Yeah, good answer, good Welsh answer as well. Also captained the Ryder Cup team in 2006. Became the first player ever to win £1 million in a year. First ever golfer to win £1 million.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
That's good.
That's impressive, isn't it?
That is impressive.
For Wizzy.
Now then, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores as they stand. 8, the best score of that pass, Aaron. Very well done indeed. Then up to 9, where we find Lorraine and Myra. Then up to 11, James and Sophia. Well, very, very close indeed. Sophia, you find yourselves slightly ahead there. Have you got some good golf stuff here?
No. I've got one name and I don't even know if it's English.
Hold on to it. Hold on to it with both hands. I look forward to hearing what name that is. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, so remember, we're looking for the name of any UK golfer who's played for Europe in the Ryder Cup. Now then, Rich, you're on 8. The high scorers on 11 are Sophia and James, which means if you could score 2 or less, you'll avoid becoming the high scorers. Is golf a big thing for you, Rich?
Golf is terrible. I was hoping for a sport question, just not golf.
Right.
I'm going to take a risk. And I'm just going to go for a golfer that's in my head. I'm going to go for Ian Poulter.
Ian Poulter. Well, your red line's going to be low, but don't be put off by that because all the scores are very close and low. But Ian Poulter, let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Well done, it's right. Well, 8 is our low score so far. 11 is what you get for Ian Poulter. 19 is your total there, Rich.
Yeah, no risk there. Ian Poulter, famously a brilliant player in the Ryder Cup. He posted a video in 2010 when we won the Ryder Cup of him and his children eating cereal out of the Ryder Cup. Didn't go down brilliantly with everyone, but it was quite
I'm sure he washed it afterwards, I'm sure.
No, he didn't.
No? Oh, really?
No, it's not dishwasher proof and he couldn't be bothered.
Weetabix will stick.
Yeah, yeah.
It will stick.
Weetabix, there's Cocoa Pops, there's everything in there.
Oh.
He mixes his cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Now then, Myra, we have a new high score, which is 19. You're on 9, so if you can score 9 or less, you are definitely in the head-to-head. How are we feeling about this?
The only name I can think of, I think it is how his name is Sam Torrance.
Sam Torrance. OK, let's see if that's right. Sam Torrance, says Myra. Lorraine, how do you feel about that?
I'm hopeful.
You're hopeful. You're hopeful. There is your red line. If you get below that,
Oh, yeah.
you're in the head-to-head. Let's see if Sam Torrance is right. It is right. Well done, Myra. Now then, will it get you below the red line? Yes, it will. 7. Not only right, it's our best score of the round so far, Myra. So very well done. 16 is your score.
That's a great answer. Terrific player. Also a captain as well, Sam Torrance. He holds the record for taking the longest time to answer a question on Question of Sport. Took over 9 minutes to answer one question.
Did he get that?
Just thinking or just chatting?
Well, think a little bit of both, I suspect. He got it right, though.
OK, now then, Sophia. Sophia, 19, the high score. You have to score 7 or less.
It's just one sport that I just cannot bear. And I like watching most sports, but golf, no idea.
Come on then, Sophia, what's it going to be?
Nick Faldo?
Nick Faldo, says Sophia. OK. Your red line is going to be, it's a low one. Let's see if Nick Faldo gets you down below that red line. Is it right? How many people said it? It is right. ...24, Sophia. 24, but a correct answer. Takes your total up to 35. No bad score, that. It's not too high at all, but it just happens to be the high score of the round. But 35, not bad.
Sorry, Sophie has appeared in more Ryder Cups than any other player, Nick Faldo. 11 Ryder Cups he's had. I said people at home might have done very well. There's quite a few pointless answers. I'll take you through the low scorers before we do the pointless ones. 3 points for Bernard Gallagher and Mark James, 2 for Peter Oosterhouse, and 1 for Graham McDowell, Brian Barnes and Peter Baker. Let's take a look at the pointless answers. Andrew Coulthard, the Scot, was a pointless answer. Barry Lane. David Fairty, he's American now, David Fairty, just taken American citizenship. He was a pointless answer. David Guilford played in 2 Ryder Cups. Michael King played in the 70s. Paul Broadhurst. Also pointless answers for Paul Casey, one of the more recent ones there. Ronan Rafferty, the Northern Irishman. Another very recent player here, Ross Fisher. You also would have got pointless answers for Brian Waits, David Howell, Gordon Brand Jr., Gordon J. Brand, they're not related, Howard Clark, Oliver Wilson, Paul Way, Philip Price and Stephen Richardson. Very well done if you said any of those.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, the pair heading home with their high score of 35. I'm afraid, Sophia and James, it is you. Well, it could have all been very different there, James.
Could have been. I mean,
it could have been.
We won the first round.
Yeah.
We've won a quarter of pointless. We've just got to come back and try and win the other 3 quarters next time.
Your maths is brilliant. I've never even thought of it like that. But yes, that's exactly what you have to do. It's been great having you on the show. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much, Sophia and James. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Myra and Elaine, Aaron and Rich. You are 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. There it is. So, we have now to decide who gets to play for that, and to do that, you are now going to go head-to-head. This time, of course, you're now allowed to confer before you give your answer, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well, you've both played incredibly well. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns Italian cities. Italian cities, Richard.
We're about to show you 5 images now of Italian cities. You just have to identify the most obscure. Very best of luck.
OK, thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 Italian cities, and here they come. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There you go, 5 Italian cities. Now, Myra and Lorraine, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you will go first.
You get to talk about it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Well, I think D is Florence.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I know C, but I don't know D.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah. Right, we're taking the chance. We think D is Florence.
D, Florence, say Myra and Lorraine. D, Florence. So Aaron and Rich.
We think C is Venice. We think B is Milan. I've been to Milan, and that looks like the cathedral on the right-hand side, but then I didn't see that monument or that little arch
that's
thing.
new. That's new.
That's new, is it? Oh, there we go, then. That's why. We think A could possibly be Sardinia. We're trying to think of Italian cities on the coast. What do you think, A or B?
Take a gamble, go for it.
You want to take a gamble, do you? It's on your head, then. We'll go A, Sardinia.
A, Sardinia, say Aaron and Rich. A, Sardinia. So Myra and Lorraine have said that Florence is D. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see if D is Florence, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. Very well done indeed. 12 for Florence. Good answer. Now then, Aaron and Rich have said that A is Sardinia. A, Sardinia. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said that. Bad luck, I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means Myra and Lorraine, very well done. After one question, you are up 1-0.
Very well played. Guys, that went badly for a number of reasons. Firstly, not only is that not Sardinia, Sardinia is not a city.
Oh, there we go then.
It's an island, and not only that, but B is Milan, and not only that, would have scored you 10 points.
That hurts.
Unlucky, unlucky. A, well, that's Mount Vesuvius in the background, and that's the Bay of Naples. So A is Naples. Would have scored you too many points, would have scored you 26. 10 points, as we said, for Milan. Would have won you the point. C is Venice, as I think everyone knew, but a very big score of that. Would have scored you 89. Best answer on the board, very much the best answer on the board. In fact, a pointless answer is E. It used to be the capital of the Western Roman Empire, and it is Ravenna. Very well done if you said that. That's the Basilica of San Vitale there.
No.
Congratulations if you said that at home.
Thanks very much indeed. So here comes your second question. Aaron and Rich, you get to answer it first, but you have to win it to stay in the game. Here it comes. It concerns film titles with 12-letter words. Film titles with 12-letter words, Richard.
We're going to show you 5 films now, all of which have one 12-letter word in their title. We've missed out that 12-letter word from each of the titles. Can you fill in the gaps? Good luck.
Thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 film titles, and here they are. We have LA Blank, 1997, and Blank Truth, 2006, Bride of Blank, 1935, Blank Cop, 1990, and Miss Blank, 2000. I'll read those all one last time. LA Blank, 1997, and Blank Truth, 2006, Bride of Blank, 1935, Blank Cop, 1990, and Miss Blank, 2000. There we are. Aaron and Rich, you'll go first.
All right, yeah, we know them all, actually.
Yeah, we think we know them all.
But we're just debating which one to go for. Right, we're going to say the one at bottom, Kindergarten Cop.
OK, one up from the bottom, Kindergarten Cop. OK, now then, Myra and Lorraine. Do you want to talk us through the board and fill in all our blanks?
Well, we think the first one's LA Confidential. The second one I can't pronounce. Lorraine knows that one. Bride of Frankenstein and Miss Congeniality, the bottom one. We're going for the second one. And
Think it's An Inconvenient Truth.
An Inconvenient Truth. So we have Kindergarten Cop and An Inconvenient Truth. Let's see, Kindergarten Cop. How many people said that? Is it right? It is right. $20 for Kindergarten Cop, and Myra and Lorraine have gone for An Inconvenient Truth. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. If this wins it for you, you will go straight through to the final. It's right, An Inconvenient Truth. Has to beat 20, though. And it does. Very well done indeed. 13. Which means Myra and Lorraine, after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0. Very well done indeed.
Well played, Myra and Lorraine. Yes, Al Gore's documentary about climate change won the Oscar for Best Documentary in 2007. Unlucky there, guys. I suspect you knew all of them as well. Let's fill in the board. We've already heard all the correct answers, but let's look at the scores. LA Confidential, quite a big scorer, actually. Would have scored you 43 points. Bride of Frankenstein, an even bigger scorer. That would have scored you the most on the board, would have scored you 62, and Miss Congeniality would have scored you 48. So An Inconvenient Truth is the best answer on the board, couldn't have been beaten.
Thanks very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid it's Aaron and Rich. You played so well up to this point. Yeah, and you had a nightmare on Milan.
I didn't recognise the statue, and you would have thought.
But you got the cathedral, though.
Yeah,
maybe you might have been standing on the other side of the statue when
I
you
remember
looked
the
at
name of the cathedral, but unfortunately.
Yeah. Or maybe you're just drunk.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, listen, we will look forward to seeing you again next time. And if you can play as well as you've done today next time, then I'm sure you will go maybe one notch better. Thanks very much. Meantime, Aaron and Rich, great contestants.
Thank you.
But for Myra and Lorraine, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Myra and Lorraine. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy, so many congratulations.
Thanks.
You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,000. There it is. Well done. So you now have something else to talk about on the bus journey.
yes.
Something else to bring. You're going to have to take the trophy up and onto the bus
good
and show
idea.
everyone.
Yeah.
You've done so well. 2-0 in the head-to-head, but also the round before, in our second round, that golf round. You blew everyone else out of the water. That was incredibly impressive. Anything you particularly like to see come up in this last round?
Films.
Yeah, I like 50s and 60s show musicals, musical movies.
60s
Yeah.
music.
So,
OK, well, as always, you get to choose your category. You have 4 to choose from, and those choices are Cornish Geography and Culture, Madonna, post-war literature prizes, and the Olympics in the 2000s.
you go on.
Yeah, we've had a discussion and we're going for post-war literature prizes.
Post-war literature prizes. OK, Richard.
Good luck, Myra and Lorraine. Here are your 3 options. We are looking for the name of anyone who has won the Queen's Gold Medal for Poetry from when it became the Queen's Gold Medal in 1952 all the way through to 2013. We're looking for anyone who has won the Nobel Prize for Literature all the way through from 1946 to 2013, or we're looking for any writer or composer who has won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama for any play or musical written by an American, and that's from 1946 again, all the way through to 2013. So the Queen's Gold Medal for Poetry, Nobel Prize for Literature, Pulitzer Prize for Drama. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got a minute to come up with 3 answers. And to win that jackpot, all you have to do is find just one pointless answer among those 3. Now, remember, the answers you provide can come from any of these categories, and how you spread them across the categories is entirely down to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
As we'll ever be.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right, which one are you going for? 'Cause
Well,
I don't know any of them, so it's all on to you.
The Queen's Gold Medal
I don't
for
know.
poetry, we could guess Philip Larkin,
Yes.
but we could, I know for sure, Nobel Prize for Literature,
Well, that.
Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
Yeah, we'll go for that.
I should be able to come up with one of those.
Yeah, I don't
Pulitzer
know one
Prize
of
for
them.
Drama.
It says something about America, didn't it?
Yeah, that's because it's an American prize.
Right, so, right.
Gosh. Post-war.
Get back in there.
What was the year for the Nobel for all of them? What was the year
46
from?
post-war.
I know, sorry. 46. Sorry. Okay. I can't think of
There might be
it.
somebody.
10 seconds
Yeah,
left.
so what are we doing?
I don't know if it's 46. Let's go with James Michener.
Right, yeah. Right, yeah. So that's us.
No, let's not.
OK, that is your time up. I now need your 3... I need your 3 answers now. What are you
Okay.
going to give me? And will you say which category they're in?
Right. Nobel Prize for Literature, Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
OK,
I think we're going to have a guess at the Queen's Gold Medal and go with Philip Larkin.
Philip Larkin.
And another Nobel Prize for Literature, I think we're going to go with James Michener.
Of those 3, which do you think is your best bet
I'll
at a
leave that to
pointless
you.
answer?
It doesn't really matter.
I guess we'll put Solzhenitsyn last.
Solzhenitsyn we'll put last. OK.
And Philip Larkin's a guest, so we'll go first with him.
Philip Larkin first, so Michener in the middle. OK, let's pop those up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Philip Larkin, James Michener, and Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Well, very, very best of luck. Your first answer was Philip Larkin. This was the one you thought was probably least likely to be pointless. If it is pointless and you win that jackpot of £1,000, what would you do with your share of that, Myra?
Oh, I would give something to my family and have a few more really good games of bingo.
Excellent. Lorraine?
Well, I said I would take a close group of friends on a bus trip. I'd like to take them all to the Beamish...
Steam Museum.
Beamish Museum, yes, up
Lovely.
near Newcastle, yes.
County Durham. Yes, fantastic. So, we were looking for, in this instance, we were looking for winners of the Queen's Gold Medal for Poetry, and you said Philip Larkin. Let's find out if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Philip Larkin. It's a good guess. Philip Larkin, off to a great start there. If this goes all the way down to 0, you will leave here with £1,000. Down it goes, still going down into single figures, still going down to 2. Look at that.
Not bad for a guess.
Not bad for a guess. 2, it scored you. 2 for Philip Larkin. Not pointless, though, so only 2 more chocolate.
Big name in Hull,
It's in
Philip
Hull,
Larkin.
Of course,
Paladin
it is.
Station.
Well, 2 more shots at today's jackpot. Your second answer was James Michener. Now, in this case, you submitted him as a winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. If this is correct, and it goes all the way down to 0, you leave here with £1,000. Let's see how many of our 100 people said James Michener. Oh, bad luck. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. So everything is now riding on your third and final answer, Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Now, you thought this was probably your best shot at a pointless answer. I think you're pretty sure it's correct.
I think so.
It just has to go down to 0. And if it does that, you will leave here with £1,000. Let's find out if Alexander Solzhenitsyn is a pointless answer for a winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. It's right. Your first answer, Philip Larkin, took us all the way down to 2. Your second answer, James Michener, was an incorrect answer, but this, your final answer, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, down to 1. Oh, bad luck. Out of your 3 answers, 2 of them were absolutely fantastic and so close. 2 brilliant answers there. I'm so sorry, though. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, which means you don't win today's jackpot of £1,000. That will roll over onto the next show. But you have been fabulous the whole way throughout the show, and you do get to take home a pointless trophy each. So very, very well done for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's unlucky, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's going to be names on all 3 of these lists you know as well. It's so tough in that 60 seconds. Let's take a look at the pointless answers in the different categories. Lots of poets on the list. James Fenton you could have had Robert Graves, Siegfried Sassoon, you could have had Stephen Spender, you could have had DJ Enright, Derek Walcott, you could have Fleur Adcock, Joe Shapcott, all sorts of names. In fact, anyone apart from Betjeman, Larkin, who scored 2, Ted Hughes scored 2 and Stevie Smith scored 1. Anyone else who won that gold medal, if you said them, you would have just won the money. Let's take a look at the next category. Nobel Prize for Literature, some big names here. Bertrand Russell, you could have had Gabriel Garcia Marquez, you could have had Harold Pinter, you could have had John Steinbeck, also could have had Albert Camus, you could have had Dario Fo, you could have had Derek Walcott again, he's been a pointless answer on both of those categories. Günter Grass, Hermann Hesse, J.M. Coetzee, Jean-Paul Sartre was a pointless answer. Very well done if you said any of those. And finally, the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. David Mamet, who won for Glengarry Glen Ross. You could have had Edward Albee, who's won it 3 times. You could have had Eugene O'Neill, and you could have had Marvin Hamlish, who won it for a chorus line. So very well done if you've got some of those at home. Terrific play, though, in those 3 answers. Very well played, and very, very unlucky, I think, not to get a pointless answer there.
Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Myra and Lorraine, but it's been fabulous having you on the show, and you have been brilliant contestants. Thank you both so much for playing. Myra and Lorraine.
Thank you. You've had a lovely day. Thanks very much.
Well, sadly, Myra and Lorraine didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us next time to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.